hungry. I was thirsty. I was like, fudge. But it's like, I mean, it was fun.
Y'all tell me in the chat if he actually goes live and does Jimmy After Dark tonight. I still think he will. He did do Jimmy Before Hours. I joined it for like 5 minutes. He was like just cleaning. He was live just cleaning his house.
Yeah, I think I joined yours and Jimmy's for like 5-10 seconds. And I'm like, okay, I leave. I dip. I want to see what you're talking about or what you're doing right before. I was like, interesting. That's it.
It was literally like I got a Dunkin' Donut and I was sitting there in the parking lot and I was just like, oh, let's just see what Jimmy's up to. And he was cleaning. And then I joined for like 5 seconds and then I was like, all right, bye. We're going to be live tonight anyways. So that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, who do you think's going to win tomorrow?
I mean, we don't know the Blockbuster, but I think the favorite for sure is Keanu. Let's be real. Even like if it's a puzzle, he's incredible at puzzles as well, and like taking time to assess and everything like that. If it's like a memorization one, guys, he hasn't won a memorization comp specifically, right? I don't think we've seen a memorization comp.
Unless it's the memory tile.
Oh, the memory tile. Sorry. Yeah. The memory tile. He crushed that.
Yeah.
He crushed it. I will give him that. So, he kind of has all his bases covered.
Yeah, I mean, if he stays calm, cool, collected, I mean, that's hard to do when you're in a competition because, like, a comp could really be easy, but like your nerves could easily get to you, or just the pressure, not even the nerves too.
Yeah, that's true. But he's done it so many times. He's the odds-on favorite. If I had to bet money, if I had to put $100 down, oh, for sure, Keanu, 100%.
You're not gonna bet on Ashley?
No, just because Keanu is the comp beast this season. Let's be real.
Yeah. I think Keanu. I don't know. I never underestimate anybody. Not saying that you were, but like I still think is up in there until I see that Blockbuster. But I am rooting for Keanu to win Blockbuster tomorrow. Even though I know that huh?
I'm sorry. Somebody in my chat said, of course he said that, Astrian. Sorry. Anyways, continue.
About what?
You brought up Ashley. You're like, what about Ashley? That's what somebody in my chat.
No, I was just saying. No, I was like, yeah, I'm rooting for Keanu to win tomorrow, and then most likely, I think Ashley would go to the jury.
Yeah, I think Will's
apparently it's still up in the air, but I think when all the dust settles after all this chit chat, I think they're gonna get rid of Ashley, and I think it makes the most sense. I think when it comes to like, remember, you want to get competitors out before Endgame. So this is the moment. Like, if you can't get out Keanu, I would get out Ashley. Just like if I was in the house, I guess, because it's like, and I get like I said, if Lauren could take out Keanu, that's one huge competitor out of the way, and it adds to your resume.
Yeah,
but
agreed. I feel like people are thinking they can beat Will in any type of comp. So it's like, okay, Ashley would be the next step if Keanu wins the Blockbuster. So that's probably what people are thinking in the house. So I agree with that in the extent.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Zach, he gets upset about the Astrian comments. No, Adrian's just flustered, guys. He doesn't know how to respond.
Yeah. I get him every now and then. I mean, what am I supposed to say to it? Let's be fair. I'm like, she's not here. There's nothing in the house. It's not like it was like Zach and Lauren, right? Where they had something. I come out and I'm like, and people are like, here, Astrid, And I'm like, okay, you're just throwing that at me. So I was like, okay, that's cool, whatever. I'm gonna be curious what she thinks when she comes out of it. But I think she's gonna let everyone know what she's thinking.
Guys, let's be real. Ashley is going to find the love of her life. Like maybe 3 months after the show. I mean, she is going to find that person. She has a specific type. She explained it to me deep down, like through and through, and she made it very clear. And if it's not Adrian, she's going to find somebody 3 months after the show. That's my
3 months seems like a long time. I think it'll be faster. I think her DMs are going to be flooded.
They will be. They will be.
I'm sure your DMs were flooded, but your heart was taken.
They were.
I'm presuming, not putting words in your mouth. I'm just presuming here.
I mean, in our last live, you had somebody in your chat say, "Hey, Zach, can you go to a wedding for me or with me?" And I'm like, "No, I can't do that. What the heck?"
As a date, not as. I guess so. Yeah.
I can't. Do
I get
that.
it. We don't need no more dates. I get it. I get it. I get it. Loyal. Love that.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate that. Oh gosh.
Yeah. So that's who I'm hoping to win tomorrow. And Keanu was technically eligible to win HOH back to back. And if Lauren, if it's the same thing, kind of, Lauren could win HOH again.
That's true. Maybe.
If it works somewhat like the same.
Maybe.
But
someone said, "Am I the only one that also shipped Adrian Kelly?" Guys, Kelly's taken. She's got. Yeah. I think his name's Corey. Corey back at home. So you guys were just good friends. You guys really connected on a friendship level. So
yeah. I mean, I have my bread guy.
Lily says, "I ship me and Adrian." Okay, Lily. Well, then slide into his DMs. What the heck? Let's be real. You guys step up then if you guys actually ship you guys with Adrian. So that's all I'm saying.
Interesting. You're throwing me out there, huh? Just throwing me out there like that. Thanks, Zach.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm just trying.
If you're gonna do that, you gotta drop like the bread emoji or something. Like if like I go out on the first date, I need some bread. Like you gotta bring that. Like I don't want roses. I want a loaf of bread. That's what I want. You know, like Zach could bring roses for Lauren, but I need my bread. Like I love freaking bread.
I'm gonna get you PB&J, bro. That's what I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna just give you when you fly to Georgia. I'll make sure I've got Smucker's PB&J. Do you like Smucker's, or does it have to be the actual? You have to make it yourself.
I
PB&J?
Actually don't like Smucker's. I like real peanut butter and real jelly.
Oh, gosh, dude.
Remember that whole jelly thing?
Smucker's
or not jelly, the peanut butter. I love real peanut butter, not the fake peanut butter with the palm oil, the salt, all the other BS. I just want one ingredient peanut butter, and that's peanut butter. If you don't stir it, it's not real peanut butter. I will say that. And plus, it just tastes better. It's easier to digest. It's better for my tummy. I mean, I love real peanut butter. I don't think I could stress that enough.
Somebody's saying high maintenance. Someone's saying high maintenance. Guys, it's peanut butter jelly. There's nothing high maintenance about peanut butter and jelly.
I have to shop for 3 ingredients. I don't know what to do at the grocery store. I was like, geez, I don't need spices or anything like that. Just 3 ingredients.
Yeah.
But yes, I am actually picky on those 3 ingredients, though. I had a lot of people buy me peanut butter, and they give me the wrong peanut butter. I don't know what to say. I mean, I told the production, I was like, dude, if this is not real peanut butter, I don't want it.
Do you have a P.O. box? Do you have a P.O. box at home? It's like for people to send you stuff or no?
I do now. I have to. I'm working on it. It's almost there. I have one, technically.
Okay. The reason I was going to say they need to send you as love, they need to send you like peanut butter, but can you even send food in a P.O. box? I don't know why my brain thought that way, but I was like, if you guys want to show your love for Adrian, if you want to actually have a chance with Adrian, then you may need to send him stuff that he's really passionate in. For example, peanut butter and jelly. Get the correct peanut butter, Adrian. So what's your favorite peanut butter so that everybody knows when you create this P.O. box?
It's literally just, you look at the ingredients, it could be literally any brand as long as it's real peanut butter. Just needs to have one ingredient. Can you guess what it is?
Like, I don't know what you're like referencing. Like peanuts?
What ingredient do you need to make peanut butter?
Like peanuts? I don't understand.
Yes, that's the only ingredient it needs. It doesn't need no salt. Have you ever looked at the ingredients jar of a peanut butter jar? It says salt, palm oil, and some other some BS, right? And it's like, it's so annoying because I just want peanut butter. Just peanuts.
Do you like the organic one where you have to like mix it every single time? That drives me insane.
But see, that's the problem. You can have organic fake peanut butter, or you can have organic real peanut butter. So it's like I get the one that we had in the house. It was actually it said organic and it was actual peanut butter, but they said organic fake peanut butter, and I'm just like it's real peanut butter, but it's more like peanut butter spread. I hate peanut butter spread. I hate peanut butter spread. I love real peanut butter. There's a huge difference. I swear, man. It gets me. It's like, oh man. I remember when I was in the Forbidden Lands, they got me the fake peanut butter, and I was so upset. I wanted to cry.
So if you're an Adrian hater, this is what I've realized from this conversation. If you're an Adrian hater, send him Smuckers in his P.O. box. If you're an Adrian lover, if you want to be with Adrian, like actually have a chance romantically with Adrian, then you send him the peanut butter that he can stir. Okay? That's all I got. With peanuts in it specifically. I don't know why we went down this route. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be like... You're
the one telling people to slide in my DMs and send me... And then you're telling my hair... I'm going to get like... I could probably get more Smuckers than possibly real peanut butter. And then I got food... I mean, I just take it straight to the food donation place. I'm going to be honest. Because I'm like... You guys need it more. I mean, like, fudge. I mean, I have a PO box because, I think there's some people want to send me bread, like companies. So I was like, okay, let's get this going. You know, let's bring up the supply. But I'm still like opening it. So I'm working on it.
I gotta get a PO box because there's like this pasta place that wants to send me stuff to try, and I'm like. Okay.
I think I probably got the same message too.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. And I'm like, I love pasta. Send it my way.
Give me your address.
Absolutely. Guys, I will create a PO box though, and Adrian will create a PO box just for the sake of you guys. If you're trying to romantically express the way that you feel about Adrian, then you can send him all the love letters, everything like that.
I'm gonna give you the same love back, Zach. Look. Guys, if you love Zach, send him all the Falcon love, the Falcon shirts. And if you're a Zach hater, send him nothing but the Saint jerseys or something. Like get some cheap ones off of Amazon, or just write like a little note and just keeps,
Somebody said, I'll send Zach a toothbrush. Guys, I have an electric toothbrush. Don't send me a toothbrush.
Dude, mine literally just said that too.
Yeah.
If you open dude, I swear, if you open a P.O. box and that's all you get, I swear you're gonna have a lifetime supply. You would never have to go to the store again. I couldn't imagine that.
But again, I've had my same toothbrush for forever. Okay, so we're not. Don't send me toothbrushes. Okay. Somebody wait. I'm reading chat.
Oh, maybe you can work with the toothpaste company. We always need toothpaste.
Oh
I'm just thinking here.
Rest. What's up, fam? I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Someone said, I'll send you pigs in a blanket. Guys, I ate more pigs in a blanket that week that Keanu was the butler, more than my entire life. I think I consumed hundreds of pigs in a blanket. Don't send me that. Somebody said, do I have a Vic jersey? Yeah, I've got a signed Vic jersey. Wait, what was that?
What?
Do you ship Kimmy? Are they talking about Catherine and Jimmy? Yeah, guys, I was really rooting for them because I was supposed to be the best man for Jimmy in his wedding with Catherine. It was supposed to be me, and then and we were supposed to like have this. We had like a flower girl, like Ava was the flower girl. We were supposed to have all this entire wedding, and then it just flipped, and he got voted out that week. So very, very unfortunate.
I've been vegan for about 3 to 4 years. I stopped counting after 3.
Wait, they're saying it's not Catherine and Jimmy, it's Kelly and Jimmy?
I think I saw that earlier, but I'm not. That's the first time I've ever heard about it.
I don't understand the correlation. You know what I'm saying? Someone said, why was Ava the flower girl? Guys, she wears that flower hat 24/7. That's why she's the flower girl.
I mean, you got to reuse the same outfits the whole season, unless you're Rachel and you have like an abundance of clothes. I mean, I brought very little because I thought. No, I don't want to talk about behind the scenes, but like I thought I had I think I restricted myself more than I needed to, is what I would say.
Guys, I'll say this. Rachel, she has all the gowns. She looks glamorous. And she has the entire wardrobe because it's Rachel Riley, and she can bring in more stuff than us. That's what I'll say. She was able to bring in more stuff. That's all I'll say. So, yeah. Which is very funny because she has all the gowns, everything like that. But then you guys also gooed her for worst dressed in the entire house. When are they bringing that back? You know what I'm saying? You know how that was like a whole segment? Like of America votes for the maybe that was just a one-timer. I was thinking they were going to do another one, if I'm being real. What would be the next, guys? What do you think the next if America had to vote on something, right? Obviously, it was worst dressed that past time. They're not going to do it again, but what would the next thing you guys would want to vote on be?
The mess.
Worst player, worst personality, guys. They would not do that. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Floater
it gives
award.
Too much insight.
Yeah, it gives too much insight. Worst cook. Who cries the most?
I feel like crying would be hurtful to the house guests, so they probably do maybe sleeping. But then I feel like that would be obvious.
Worst cook. Worst cook.
It could be. Sure. But how would they know? How would they know?
America,
so best dressed.
The feeds, you know what I'm saying? And but like we kind of talk about it. But I mean, I get what you're saying. The feeds aren't always on, the kitchen while everyone's cooking. But who farts the most? That's an obvious answer, guys. Let's be real. That is the most obvious answer by far.
Yeah. Like the fact that you guys don't know it was Zach when he was in the house is crazy, dude. Beyond me, like that. Just joking.
Guys, I was really gassy after the have-not whole situation. I will say that, but I did not fart the most in that house. I will say.
I mean, sheesh. I was wondering I was ready to be have-not week 1. I kid you not. But when they offered that safety, I was like, I'm cooked. I was like, I'm not getting that one, I'm not getting that safety nor that have-not. And then but I was like, hey, look, if I'm gonna be in the block, I don't mind not being a have-not. Not being a not.
When you knew that you were not, when you knew you were safe, you were fine not being a have-not. That's what you're saying.
When I knew that I wasn't safe, I was happy I wasn't a have-not. Because when Jimmy won, I was like, flip. It's confusing because have-not has the thing. Yeah, I think you know what I mean.
You're talking about are you talking about week 1? I'm sorry, dude. I'm like
week 2.
When Jimmy won. Oh, got you. You moved on.
I should have been safe week 1, and that's how I felt, more or less. And I think that made me. I should have kept reconfirming certain alliances connecting more. But I mean, after those first 3 days, I know that the live feeds weren't on, but bro, my social battery was like, I was mostly tired. We talked all the time, and I just wanted a 5-minute break.
Guys, I'm gonna be real. Those first 3 days were probably the first day was the craziest day I've ever had in my entire life. Adrian can attest to that. We woke up at 4 a.m. We got to set. It all started. I didn't go to bed. Obviously, you don't want to be the first one to sleep, right? I stayed up for easily a full 24 hours. More than that, probably.
We all did.
Yeah.
Everyone stayed up.
Everyone did.
24 hours.
Everyone did.
It wasn't my first time doing that, but the fact that we were just talking and we competed too was so tiring. And then you kind of and the thing is, it's the first day. You don't want to be like, hey guys, so you're tired as flip and you're smiling. Okay, and you're coming up to people, you're talking about their life, your life, and you're trying to smile and be energetic and smile real big. And then buzz. And then you finally fall asleep and then you wake up and you're like, hey, good morning, guys. And I don't know.
It's nonstop, guys. Adrenaline's running the entire day. You're exhausted. The first 3 days were crazy. The feeds weren't on. We were talking about insane stuff that obviously was not covered. I will say this, Zay is the funniest dude I think I've ever met in my entire life. If he ever talks about the stories that he told us, I'm not going to air them out. Unbelievable. It was unbelievable what he told us. So yeah, I will say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just reading chat. Sorry.
Yeah. Same. At least Zay tried to make a move, unlike the rest of the house. Ooh. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, I like how he said that. Like he was telling Rachel, like, does it not make sense for me to go after the people that didn't vote with me? And Rachel was kind of quiet, and she's like, "I'll be careful when you come after the queen." I think the only thing misstep is like you're telling somebody, you're I guess you're telling them that you're gonna put them up basically while you're still on the block. I mean, it makes sense what he said, but just wouldn't say out loud.
I will say this, guys, and you can correct me if I'm wrong because I've not seen the first episode or like when Adrian goes up. Okay, or not Adrian. Zay. Okay. He basically volunteered to be on the block, didn't he? He basically was saying like he didn't really know the game at all. And then Vince was like, okay, well, are you interested in competing or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then he basically was like, yeah, let's do this. Like, let's full send it. So that was his first misstep, is that he straight up basically said he didn't know the game at all. He was asking Rachel after he was on the block how the veto worked. So it was just him just being so new to the game, just completely just didn't know anything, was his biggest misstep. So,
but couldn't that work in your favor as playing dumb?
yeah, but the problem is that we didn't have a crash out week 1. Last year, you had Angela, Matt crashing out. So it's like there was no clear target. And when Vince was trying to decide between people, the whole Showergate deal was one. But then it's like he didn't really know who to put up after that. And so when Zay basically went in, it was like, oh, I'll compete. Like, I really want to play. So it was one of those deals, in my opinion. I don't know.
Well, I thought Zay knew he was going up, and like it was just easy because he was like the other person that we assumed was the accomplice after Riley was deemed not.
Was that one of the reasons why they put him up? I didn't hear that at all.
I thought that was the reason, because I'm like, oh, we don't know. Like he was gonna put up Ashley because of kind of he didn't say it was Showergate, but he said because her actions are speaking a different tone. Like you keep coming in, checking in on me, asking, you pulled me in the storage room saying we're good, or like if we're good, and then Amy, just because she's close to Ashley, and then also I guess Rachel, but more to Ashley. And then Zay was just, I guess, easy because one, he kind of said, yeah, I'm okay playing. And that also he was the not the accomplice, but he was like the other person. So it was easy to, at least to pitch to other people outside. But,
no, I mean,
yeah.
I feel that. What's your favorite failed alliance of the season? I was feeling really, 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 really good about the heavy hitters, but then like step 1, Riley never wanted to talk game ever. And so it was one of those deals where after the first week, we're kind of like, if he never wants to talk game, it's kind of like, who is he talking game to? Like, is he not trying to play the game? Is he just kind of trying to like float by? And so that's when it first started to crack. And then obviously we met without him a couple of times, but I like the heavy hitters in general, like the people in it. So I was looking forward to that. And then obviously I like the bond as well. And the reason why I like the bond was because me, Adrian, and Will in the first day, we instantly connected, and we were just like, let's figure out a way for us to have our 3 and then people on top of that. That's literally what we were trying to figure out for the first couple of weeks. It's just a shame that, it all came tumbling down, and yeah. So
yeah. I mean, when me and Will got put up together, it was like we couldn't work together. But honestly, I think Will really wanted to work with the guys because he voted with like the Burger Boys.
He did.
Or he did. Except Riley, but like Jimmy, he wasn't part of that, right?
Jimmy was not part of the Burger Boys, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and I think Will really did want to like work with us and whatever, but I guess when the numbers started dwindling, and then he got put up again and again, and he didn't have like no say with where the vote went, because so it's like, but I mean I think he originally did, like he wanted to like, but like I don't know, I was always on the block with him. So
I really like the bond personally because I was really close with you and Will. We didn't like solidify a legitimate final three, but I was ready to rock with you guys. But then also in the bond, we had me, Vince, and Lauren, and we had a final three. And so it was like for me personally, I'm like, this is great. I am in the best. I'm like in a fantastic position right now because this alliance. I feel like I've got both sides covered. And then I was fine with Ava because like after that week one, have not. She told me she's like, Zach, you're my ride or die. Thank you for saving me. Like let's rock and roll in this thing. And so I was feeling really good about that. And then dude, when you got put on the block. When it was like you and Will on the block, like specifically you, when it was between you and Ashley, I thought for a fact Vince and I convinced Lauren for sure. Like it was like the morning of, and we're sitting there, we're like, I think we have this. I think we're okay. But I guess Morgan and Mickey really, I mean, hey, hats off to them for really pushing for you to go up because I genuinely thought you were in the bag,
bro. It was like clockwork, but like, I don't know. I obviously I wasn't there when you guys did your thing because like when I talked to Lauren, I said kind of my piece, but she wasn't really grasping anything. She really wanted to know what Vince was thinking. She really wanted to know what you were thinking. Like she heard me out, but I think her allies is what she really wanted like opinions from. And then on top of that, like I said, Mickey, Morgan, Ashley, Rachel, they were all coming in like clockwork, like at one after another. I'm like, gosh dang, I can't get a word in because they keep doing that unless I interrupt. But that could be seen as playing too hard. So I'm trying to figure out that balance without overstepping. And like I think maybe if I just had won the Blockbuster, because like you could like because then I'd be coming like what Keanu was doing, and everyone was already fed up where he's walking in every single room. Then socially, that was annoying people. I know when me and you talking, I saw clips like Zach looks annoyed because he kept walking in.
Of Keanu walking in every room.
I mean, to be fair, we both were like, we're trying to talk real quick, and Keanu does walk in. But I mean, that's the game. It was early on.
It's the game, but also I was thrown off by Keanu because like the beginning of week 2, that's when the whole deal with like Keanu and Jimmy and Morgan. Like they all were throwing down a little bit and he sat me down and I think he sat you down as well. But he's like, hey, bro, I've created a 10-man alliance and you're in it. Congratulations. And I'm like, do I just not get a say in this? And so like that was the problem like with me trying to work with Keanu in terms of a social game. It's like in every conversation, it felt like I didn't have that much of a say. Let's be real. Like, you know, it just really felt that way to me. But I felt like obviously after, you know, that and everything, he's changed his tune a bit, especially once he got the butler and everything. But especially at the beginning, it really threw me off. And then he was following both me and Vince there for a while to every single conversation, it felt like. And it just felt off-putting, I will say. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was hard because, yeah, like I remember, I don't know if it was week 1 or week 2. But yeah, he comes up and he's like, hey, there's this majority alliance that I single-handedly created by pulling everybody individually so we don't meet up as a group. I'm like,
I know.
I don't believe it for a second, but okay. I mean, I felt it was cool when the bond first met, and I was like, okay, I wasn't close to Lauren. I mean, we were cool because it was like, you know, we had no blood yet, but I was like, okay, that's cool because Zach is close to Lauren. And you're kind of working on her, and I was supposed to like work on Catherine because you weren't close to Catherine. Yeah. So I was like, exactly. Okay, so let me talk more game with Catherine and like keep pushing it. But Vince, we were in the final 3 with me, him, and Kelly, and I looked at him when the bond was created. I was like, is he gonna tell Kelly about this? But I was like, I don't think he is.
That's where it threw me off. Like I love the alliance because it's like I kind of had both sides covered in that alliance. But with Vince, I know that you didn't really trust him at points. I know you were telling me that, and so I was really. It was at the very end.
Well, because week 1, you know, he was obviously stressed. I gave him his space because he got annoyed with Ashley being up his butt. And one thing I also felt safe because, yes, we had our deal that he would keep, like, if any of us win, we'll keep each other off the block. but he was going to go back on that to put Ashley because Ashley kind of became the house target. But one thing that helped me feel safer was Kelly, and this what made her get a target on her back. She was always in the HOH room. She was super close to Vince, and the house didn't like that. But Kelly was fond of me, and I knew she was putting good words in to Vince. Sure. So I was like, indirectly, I tell Vince, hey, I got you next week. I know you don't have safety. Hey, I'm not up your butt, but I'm still checking in on you. I still care about your well-being on top of your other close ally that you had a final two with. He has final two with everybody, but like, it's like, not only are we cool, like me and you, but you're hearing from another ally that Adrian's also good, and we're in this supposed final three. He wouldn't put up Keanu. He said he did nothing. Like, I didn't see why he didn't put up Keanu, but I was like, well, it's either you're scared with him or you're working with him. So, exactly. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting. But I'm assuming because I felt like you guys wanted Ashley up for sure. Like Vince wanted Ashley up, you wanted me to stay. But when Lauren actually did that, I felt like maybe like after that, you're like, okay, well, holy shoot, we can't go back now, and then you have to decide who we're gonna keep in an event that it's like me against Will. But to be fair, I felt like I should have. I know I went to Catherine and Riley because those are the votes I kind of needed but wasn't sure about. And I kind of relied on you and Vince. But I think one thing I should have done is, I know I kind of checked in with y'all, but I should have like doubled down, like not assume so much I had your vote, but like also just keep reminding you why I'm a good pick, not just like telling you once and walking away, but like reinforcing like I did with Kat. Like I checked in with Kat every day. Same thing with Riley. And it was like, hey, I'm good for this reason. Just to like reassure you.
Yeah, it was tough because like I was close with Morgan. Me, Vince, and her had a final three, and she was so adamant of getting you gone, and she was upset at me for saying, why would you want Adrian? He's a big competitor. And it's like, okay, well, obviously I can't tell her the situation of why I really want to keep. So I continuously said it's very true. It's like, Adrian's a shield for me. That's the reason why I want him here, all that types of stuff. But I will say this. We obviously, all of us have underestimated the people winning the Blockbuster. Like the Blockbuster itself has changed the game unbelievably so much. The first week I thought we were totally fine with Zay staying. I thought that, Kelly or Amy were going home. I thought he was going to win for sure. That didn't happen. Kelly smoked it. And then week 2, I was like, okay, we've got Adrian there. Adrian's going to win this Blockbuster 100%. We're going to be totally fine. And then Kelly wins again. So like the Blockbuster, just the dynamic of the Blockbuster, first off, is the reason why Kelly's still there. Secondly, is just such a, I don't like the Blockbuster. I don't know about you. I don't like it. It's not straightforward. It creates crazy drama for sure. But I'm not a fan of it, I will say.
Yeah, I was thinking about a rework because I remember you're like, it doesn't matter to me because we asked this question before, and I think your original answer was like, it didn't matter to me, or like, it's up in the air, or like, yeah, it's like, or like, you didn't mind it. But like, yeah, I think it's entertaining for sure because again, it creates more blood on your hands, like, and then it makes us think all the way to eviction night. Like if it was just 2 people. Because I think if Blockbuster didn't exist, I wouldn't have been on the block, right? Because there's way bigger targets. Will, if there was a pawn, it would have been Will, and I wouldn't have been up there because the 2 targets would have been Kelly or Keanu, and then they would have been home. And if I avoided the block, I could be seen as less of a pawn, so there's like less blood. But there's a lot of things I could have done to improve my game, like being a little more stern with Jimmy when he said I was a pawn. I did kind of give some pushback, but not as much as I probably should have. But also he had like he thought I was going to vote for the nicest person if I was in jury, which I've never said, but apparently he thought I said that. I was like, I would not have done that. But I mean, I mean,
I get it.
But it's interesting. Yeah. I mean, I would love to talk after the whole season, like what Lauren, because I think she made that decision like right there.
Dude. Me and Vince were in her HOH room as they were yelling at her to get down there, and we waited like 15 more minutes just talking to her. And it was to the point where production was getting mad at us. We're just like, it's time. Like, she has to go. And it felt like, to me, it was literally up to the buzzer. When she walked in there, she didn't really know what she ultimately, she was deciding between the two still. But yeah, that was, it was.
I mean, Ashley looked so calm that morning, and it was worrisome. And she looked upset. I was like, I don't know. I'm like, Ashley's really calm. She's doing her makeup. She's smiling. I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little bit worried, but I was like, I hope she does do it. I just hope she pulls it through. And she wasn't looking at me or Ashley until like the last few seconds. And then she like looks at Ashley, she looks at me, and then she like looks away. I was like, this doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. But I was like, I still had the Blockbuster, but yeah, it was interesting. But hey, look, she's still in the game. It's not over, right? So I'm like, you can't argue. No. But I felt like I would have helped, but like I would have drawn that line too, though, for sure. Like I wouldn't have been playing it so safe if I was still in there, and who knows how that would have impacted you or Vince or Lauren. But I think if you and Vince were on board, and then I gave my speech, and Ava looked at you, I think she might have switched. Jimmy said he almost did, but when he saw Ava or you, but I don't know how true that is. But this is outside of the house, it could be still true. But I feel like I could have maybe potentially had Ava, but.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we found out you lost and we had those 2 minutes. Me, Lauren, and Vince were trying to talk, and Jimmy just butted his way in. And like, we literally could not have that conversation of like, genuinely, what are we trying to do? Because Jimmy was trying to get you out. He was trying to keep Will, right? And so that's what he was trying to do. And it's like, we could not have that conversation really to turn. It was really awkward. And that was. He impacted that a good amount, I will say. But yeah, it's part of it.
Yeah, but that was never shown on the episode. It showed Ava, and I saw that. But like, Jimmy said he felt it was him and Vince. But yeah, because I think on the episode, like, you guys were talking like in the corner, like in front of the door for a few seconds before the thing.
We were genuinely trying to. And Ava was crying, that whole deal. And it was, like, here's the deal, okay? If Vince and I had ended up keeping you, okay, and then Lauren broke the tiebreaker to keep you, Mickey still had her power. She would have put me, Vince, and maybe Lauren. Like, that's like,
it was. If you wanted to, you could have stopped that power.
That's also a very good point, I will say.
But
yeah.
I think it's because the reason is because I did talk to Ava before the Blockbuster, and I said, like, I know she tells me, I feel it, in the universe that you're going to win. But I was like, I understand that. But I was like, there's always a chance. And I was like, the only one that I'm worried about is the Will. And I knew that you're close. And there's a lot of reasons why she would pick Will. But I was like, I would protect you. I'm a shield for you. Like, I know Will is you're close to him, but I could win comps potentially, right? More, and keep you off the block. But I think the one thing, so like that was like maybe a little seed. That wasn't gonna work. But right before the Blockbuster, when I had time to talk, I pulled Keanu, and then once I was done, I give Ava a hug. We look in each other's eyes, and I give her a hug, and I whisper in her ear, or just tell her in her ear, I need you.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I guess it just got to her, and then I sat down because I was telling her, I was like, it's going to be a 6 vote. I don't know if I could trust Lauren to break the tie. So I was like, I need your vote to guarantee that it's a win, right? For sure. So that I'm not putting it back in Lauren's hands because she already nominated me. So who says she's not going to kick me out to please, other people? So I was like, I need your vote. And that's why I was kind of arguing for her vote so that it was a clean sweep.
Yeah.
And then, but like I said, she was looking at you, and then when I saw you shake your head, I was like, "Oh, this is not this." I was like, "I don't know why Zach is shaking his head," but I was but yeah,
it was last second. She told me leading up to that she was definitely keeping Will, and so that put me and Vince in a very awkward spot. But yeah, and then at the very last second, that whole deal happened. But then me, Lauren, and and Vince weren't able to talk because Jimmy was like standing right there and he wouldn't let us like actually talk to each other.
And that's game. And that's game, you know.
That's game.
Like Rachel does that, Keanu does that. Like if you don't want, like so it's game. You know, what I mean, I'm not. I mean, yeah, it's upsetting that I got evicted, but like I always say to myself, or like before I even got on the show, winners win for a reason. You know, it could be, you know, this could be because of a good move, a bad move, a misstep, or like I don't know. Winners win for a reason. You know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah, it would have been interesting to see because I was like, technically, if I do stay, we would still be the majority, technically. And then also we would be able to compete next. But of course, we didn't know what it was, the HOH next week. But yeah, man, I remember when she won, I was like, okay, cool. I get to survive another week. Like week 4, here we go. You know, I was like, easy when we're in the bond. And I remember Ava freaking out about, she's like, she's putting up Will. And then Will starts like, he's like, oh man, he's already over it. As soon as he heard that, he was like, he was over it. I was like, well, let's meet up. Lauren wants to meet up first. Everyone was there except you. And then we tried pulling you. I tried going downstairs, but then you were talking to Morgan, and I'm like, "There's no way he's gonna leave." So I was like, "Okay, we'll just fill him in later." But then I guess she wanted to have everyone there, and then Keanu walks in, and then Will's like, "That's it. I'm going to bed." So yeah, I mean, the bond could have met. I know some people told me when I came out, I was like, "Dude, the bond could have been a solid if they just met up that one night. I think things could have been different." I'm like, but it didn't, you know. But who knows? Who knows?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
We'll see.
Yeah, I feel very congested right now, and I'm exhausted. And we are going live as well tomorrow. So I'm about to, guys. I'm about to sign off. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I guess we'll be in a different setting. We won't be in my office. We will be in downtown Atlanta. Me, Mickey, Catherine will be there as well. We'll join Adrian's live while we're having fun, we're partying, and yeah, it'll be a blast. So you guys,
we'll see how long my live is. It's crazy because I got something not tomorrow, but the next day, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be so dead if I stay up, but so I might do my live like right after the episode.
Okay.
But to be fair, I mean,
just shoot me a text.
I'm gonna be super tired. But yeah, once you head out, I'm probably gonna do Adrian After Hours for like a bit. Nothing juicy though.
This is when Adrian actually talks crap about everybody, guys. So when I hop off, join Adrian's live. Okay. All right. I'm going to sleep, everybody. Love you guys so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. I will see you guys.
I think they'll send my copy to tomorrow, not tomorrow, after the season. You know, like, you know how the players after the season they get their own like little packages. What does my praying mantises protect? My 2 fruit trees that I have. So that's the one thing they protect. I mean, at least the ones that I have. Or the ones I release, the baby ones I release, and then I keep a few of them to raise, and those never really go outside because it would just be too harsh. But I like to raise the mantises to at least to like their first, maybe even second shed, so that they're big enough to like, and they get used to hunting before I put them out in like the harsh weather outside where it could rain, the heat, the high like low humidity, like I don't know. I like to take care. Your mantises need to be fed. They need to have right moisture. They need water. And I was like, I don't know. It's like so like the outside could be pretty darn harsh for a mantis. So I was like, it's always cool to see one out in like the wild. Yes, I do have a dog. I have 2 dogs, Astro and Nisa. You might see them on my Instagram. I did post Nisa the other day. Let's see. How do you feel about Keanu and his gameplay? Do you think he will win if he survives the block? Potentially. I mean, the way this season's going, if last week technically Keanu was HOH and he could have actually been HOH again. He wasn't ineligible to win it. He was eligible to win HOH back to back, and if this twist continues, who says he can't? I mean, there's always a chance that could always happen, you know? So I think anyone can still win at this point, but first he has to win that Blockbuster. I think the odds are high, but I never would count out Will or Ashley. I never did in the house. I never won't count out because you never know what it would be. I mean, like, imagine when I did my Blockbuster, right? And it was study to study. And imagine Will, if he did double his numbers, what he put 16 right, and it was 8 differences. Imagine if he actually got that right. I would still be in the house, but like, I mean, he could still, like, I wouldn't count Will out, you know, or Ashley. Like, I don't just assume just because one person's been dominating or one person looks like they're a better competitor that I would count them out, like, ever. That's just not how, I don't think that would be smart to underestimate anybody. You don't want to underestimate people in the house. Let's see. Did I like the lights out comp? Yes, I love playing with it. But I was like, dude, this is so expected that it's like week freaking 2. And of course, I was like, okay, Rachel gets safety the first week. That makes sense. She would be a target. But I was like, week 2, I was like, oh, dang, this is a luck comp. I was like, oh, keeping things fair, huh? Not one advantage over the other. I was like, I'm like, this is a comp. Yes, I studied. But the only thing you could really study or have a strategy for is like how to get in different rooms. Like if you're stuck in the same room, just put your hand on the wall and just keep following that wall until you find an exit. And then that's how you get in a different room. That's the only thing. Everything else is basically luck. I guess I did want to go in the farthest room I could possible because usually there is like, I know when David did his I don't think it was 21, but it could have been 22 because I think he did both. The power was in the back, or a power was in the back, right? I think, like, why would you put a power straight in the first room and someone finds it immediately? So I was like, the likelihood of a power being in the farthest room in the lights out comp was pretty high. I just had to get there first. I did it, but hey, that's the only thing. So it is interesting to see. I should do The Bachelor. I don't know about that. I don't think I got them looks for that one. I'm not that good looking. Not that I would say I'm that good looking. I'm just a guy. I was surprised I even got on the show just because I was like, I didn't think, I don't know. I felt like I had to be like pretty to be on TV. But I love the show, and I mean, they love me, so they brought me on. Any watch parties in San Antonio? Not that I'm aware of. Unless someone hosts ones, I don't know. I would probably show up, but I mean, they don't host any. I don't know how to host. I don't know how to host Jack. I'm gonna have to learn. But by the time I learn, the season's gonna be over. But for sure, we'll see what happens next year. Let's see. Where's my bread at? They took it. They took my bread. Well, I mean, I'm telling you, bro. I am telling you. When I go back in finale, if they don't give me my darn bread, I want to be sitting on there. I know pre-jurors come back for like a little segment. I want that bread on my lap. I want my bread back. I know they have it. I want it back. Anyways, so what? Yeah, Mickey, she's like an event planner. So I actually need to talk to her about something that we need to plan for after the season's over. But we'll see what happens about that. Do I have to do anything to get on Big Brother? Apply? I mean, I wasn't a recruit. I just applied. That was about it. But I think I'm gonna head out pretty soon. Any more questions? Let's see. No, I did apply. I never done this, but I wouldn't do the in-person casting. I heard that you only get a minute. I swear, if I had gotten in-person casting, I think I'd be screwed. I would sit down in that chair and be like, what is the ups? Like, I don't know what to flip to say in one flipping minute. When you do your application, I highly recommend the application because you get like what? Ideally, it should be like 3 minutes. So you will not only get more time to talk about yourself, and they get to see more of you, but also like there is no pressure. Like if you mess up, you just don't send the video in. So I think applying would be the best. Did I tell anybody about the wall when I applied? No, I did not. Believe it or not. When I applied, they didn't know anything about my wall. No, I would show you my audition video, but it's embarrassing as flip. Embarrassing as flip. I will say that. So yeah, that was embarrassing as flip. No, I'm not doing a marathon live. That was crazy yesterday. That was like 3.5 hours plus with everybody. Mother flipper. I was like, dude, I've never had to go do a restroom break ever on a live. But that was crazy. I do not think Rachel is the mastermind. What was my favorite part about the Big Brother house? If you're talking about the experience, it would be meeting the people. I mean, truly, when you walk in, you meet everybody. I mean, for me at least, I truly like loved and everybody. Like, I was like, dude, everyone's so cool. They're energetic. They're like enthusiastic. I'm like, this is fun. And I'm in the Big Brother house, right? I'm like, dude, the DRs were so fun. They was so fun. I don't know how much DR time I got. Didn't really matter, but there was some fun DRs. I mean, there was one time. I was told to wait like 1 second. I kid you not. I was like, okay, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I just counted. I don't know if I counted to 100. I think I did. Oh my gosh. And I knew they were ready, but I just kept counting. And they didn't stop me. I was like, okay, I'm going to keep counting. I asked for some ridiculous stuff in that DR. I mean, that bread pillow was just the tip of the iceberg, I swear. But they have all the clips. They have all the clips, I promise you. What I think about Kelly's dead bugs, that was interesting. I was like, I don't really keep, I mean, I technically keep bugs inside the house, but I mean, I like mine alive. I will say that. Would I ever do Survivor? I like the fact that Survivor isn't as long as Big Brother. The only thing I don't like is that you have to like, there's no PB&Js. There's no PB&Js. I mean, fudge. It's funny because if I had to do Survivor, I would gain a little bit of weight, so that like so I'm not gonna be like I would have a little more chubby on me, so that like knowing that like everyone that does Survivor loses weight. So and plus, yeah, I mean I would be down to do Survivor, but I mean I hate the sun. I'm always in the sun. Yes, I'm used to the sun, but being out in the sun is so annoying. Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you for liking my shirt. I appreciate that. Yeah. I know, I missed being on the show too. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's getting late, guys. I have a lot to do tomorrow, but yeah, they have PB&J as a reward. I mean, yeah. Yes, I am single. What's my favorite subject in school? I had to be science. Had to be science. I love science. Why did no one call me out? I misspoke on my intro. It's like you can't have thunder without lightning. Which is true, but I think I said that you can't have lightning without thunder. I was like, thunder only exists because of lightning, because it zaps through the air and it heats up the molecules around it, and that and you know, if you don't know what sound is, it's vibration, right? And then it's like, so those things speed up and they hit each other, and that creates the sound, the vibration, right? So when it heats up the molecules, it's vibrating. Anyways, so. That's it for tonight, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. I have a big day tomorrow. But I don't know how long. I'm going to join live early tomorrow, right after the episode. And just because it's going to be a long night tomorrow. But with that being said, guys, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Peace.